My name is Lamont Ratchford, founder of Higher Definition Radio. During this month, we want to take time to spotlight local businesses and private citizens who are doing great things in the community. Our goal for Higher Definition is to make sure that our community is well represented with positive and enlightening information. During this pandemic, it has been tough on a lot of people, and we want to make sure that we are representing our community well.
My name is Morris Gordon, also known professionally as Mr. Darkeye. I'm a Christian hip-hop artist. I'm from Rock Hill, South Carolina, born and raised. I grew up on Ogden Road, Starcrest, and Stanley Drive. My favorite scripture is Romans 8:18, when it talks about the suffering that we go through in the present time. It's not the plans that God has for our lives. My favorite scripture applies to my own life, coming from my darkest moments of dealing with bad relationships, feeling like I made the right choice, and then turning out to learn later on that I didn't make the right choice, and it turned me into a person that I didn't like. When I looked in the mirror, it let me know from that point that where I was at wasn't my end, and somehow, some way God was gonna bring me out, and I just held on to the faith of that, and of course, I made it out, so I'm still here. Best advice I've ever received was from my pops. He always tell me, no matter what you go through, just make sure you handle your business at the end of the day. Best advice I've ever given was trust God, live your dreams. That's something I live on, stand on, been putting out there through social media, through conversation, wherever, anywhere. Just trust God, live your dreams. And that trust God part is probably the most hardest thing in life, but it's the part that we have to apply in order to actually live the life that He's always intended for us to live. My production company, we operate as a record label, but our primary services is management and consulting and artist development for independent artists in the local area, but we also deal with artists outside of the area as well. So basically, we just help them get in position for success and ultimately earn income in their music careers. Right now I have two podcasts. I have an individual podcast, the Mr. Darkeye podcast, and that podcast is daily motivation to trust God and live your dreams. And I also have another podcast where I partner with a friend of mine. Her name is Tiffany Adams, and that podcast is called Darkeye and Tiffany Show. And on that podcast, we discuss music, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. The advice I would give my 18-year-old self is to not be afraid to be different. You're gonna go through some things in your life where you're gonna feel like you're the only one that's trying to do something, and you feel like for that reason, it may not be something that you need to do or a path that you need to take. But in the end, it's a path that is important because there's a path where there's devotion. It's time for you to grow in God, build a relationship with God, and He's calling you to do something that's never been done before. That's why the path is lonely. I'm the CEO and founder of New Soul, Music by Faith, Dreams Come True. We basically just focus on helping artists live out their dreams through music. My 27 years of experience brought me to this vision for my company, about 4 years ago. I pretty much found myself struggling to find all of the resources and the tools I need in order for my career and everything to take off. My 27 years of experience brought me to this vision for my company, about 4 years ago. I pretty much found myself struggling to find all of the resources and the tools I need in order for my career and everything to take off. And when I basically got to a point where I had to do all that stuff myself, I ended up realizing I was like a one-stop shop for getting things done. I turned that basically into a business model. So that's pretty much where I came up with the idea of doing the management and consulting for independent artists, being a one-stop shop for them. I just look at myself as the ultimate connect for them to take their dreams to the next level and do the business of the music that they're making. But the drive that just takes over for me is just to see them and the smiles on their face and the joy that they feel when they actually finally get the help that they always wanted. I was able to be this person because I was looking for this person for 27 years, and basically God was calling me to be what I was looking for. He was letting me know that what you're looking for is already in you. So that's the reason why I feel like this is ultimately working. I know that this business model is going to continue to change the industry moving forward. I'm looking forward to all of the things that it's going to do for artists in this area. I've gone through a lot in the past 4 years, just grinding, trying to build this business, but it's been challenging, it's been rewarding, it's been ups and downs. I've met a lot of great people. I'm still connected to these great people, and I'm just looking forward to just continue to build a community within my network to just help people just ultimately live out their dreams. It ain't really necessarily got to be about music. A candle don't lose its flames for lighting another candle. It's always going to be both situations to be able to shine. So we just always got to keep that mentality and continue to raise each other up, lift each other up, encourage each other, and support each other. So that's what I'm all about, but at the same time, I know everybody's not like me.
I ain't even mad that you continue to keep your distance. This is confidence, never needed your compliments. I just do it like Nike and Colin Kaepernick. Handle my business on the low, no announcements. Until my money is made and I'm counting it.